Happy holidays! Welcome back to the Vibranium channel. Today I'll be unboxing the Hot Toys Captain America 2012 suit version from Endgame. Nice surprise for me, but Sideshow was showing the estimated delivery for this was sometime in the beginning of 2022, but it actually showed up a couple days before Christmas, so nice early Christmas present to me. I've always wanted the original Avengers Cap figure, but didn't want to pay the resale on one. Plus, it's getting up there in age, and the figures have gotten so much better over time. I don't think it was really worth the money picking it up. So when Hot Toys announced a new version of the figure, plus it came with a new head sculpt, Loki scepter, and some of the other accessories, I pretty much pre-ordered it the first day it was available. Then for the box art, it's very similar in style to the other Endgame series figures, with the space theme, the big Avengers logo, and then the character portrait, which is not a bad thing. I actually like the style in these boxes. You obviously know what's in the box looking at it and where it comes from as far as movies, so that's really cool. It's colorful, matches the color scheme of the character. And then it has a slipcover, so with the slipcover taken off, then you can see the figure and all the accessories that it comes with. Loki scepter, the different head sculpt, the different hands, the shield, and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take everything out of this box, do a review of everything it comes with, do some poses, and get a final review of what we think about this figure. Alright, so here's Cap and the few accessories that he comes with. Brand new version of his suit. But let's start with the classic shield first. It's kind of the standard shield. It's clean. Got the two holders for his hands here. Always kind of a pain to put it on, but always looks nice when it is. Then he gives you a few versions of hands. You have a open handshake style hand, the finger point, Hulk smash hand, regular fist, and then two gripping hands for either the scepter or the case. Speaking of the case here, there's actually a lot of detail in this case. There's the side handle, top handle, and then let's open it up here. Of course, it's a pain to open right now. There we go. Then it has the scepter inside. Take it out of here. And it has a lot of detail on it. Here's where the Mind Stone usually is. But yeah, it looks metallic. It is plastic, but it looks metallic. A lot of fine details on it. But it's cool that it comes with a case too to hold it. Let's put it back inside. Like this. Cool. And then we have the helmeted head sculpt, which is pretty nice. The painted wings on always is kind of funny to me, but it's cool that you have two head sculpts for this figure. And then the stand itself, typical Endgame stand. It says Captain America, no different than the main Endgame Captain America, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is. Where the stands are kind of getting, seems like they're getting cheaper on those, but anyway. The figure itself, you have the Chris Evans head sculpt is really good. The suit material is nice, very bright, red, white, and blue. Actually, looking at this is so much brighter than the other Captain America figures from Endgame and Civil War and stuff. Those ones are kind of a more muted color, and this one's very bright. So it's interesting to see what it was back then. Then, you know, the head sculpt, super nice. Same one from Endgame. Nice hair. A lot of articulation up and down, side to side. Got the little neck cover here. Then as far as the hands and gauntlets, they are movable. They do come off, so you can try to get the shield on easier with that. Then the belt is kind of a pain. It doesn't want to stay on his waist, so anytime you move him around or stuff, it likes to slide up onto his stomach area. Nice star. You have like the seam in the back. Then as far as articulation, up and down, you can almost get 90 degrees, but the suit kind of restricts it. And or the padding also. But yeah, even the elbow, you're gonna have a lot of. Not gonna be able to go super high. Probably not gonna be able to salute with this figure. We can already see a crease on the elbow just from that itself. Nice zippers on the legs here. Knees go back pretty far. Ankle does move around. You can push his foot, you know, back into his ankle so it doesn't look like that gap. But it is cool that you can move it around quite a bit to do some stuff. And thigh pivot. Not going to do too much Van Damme splits with this figure. And then, yeah, not too much back and forth either. So not a lot of dynamic poses. See what I'm talking about with the belt going up like that? It's kind of annoying. That doesn't want to stay on his actual waist. But the boots are actually really cool looking. Same with the gauntlets and gloves. It's a really cool figure. So yeah, this is the original Avengers figure. Let's get him posed up with some of the accessories and see what we think. And here's Cap in kind of just a basic museum pose with the shield and the helmeted head sculpt on. Definitely can tell that the helmet is a little bit of a darker blue than the rest of the suit. Once I got under my lights, I noticed it. Didn't really notice it at first, but once it's under the lights, it's easier to spot. But like I think I mentioned earlier, I can't get over how bright the suit is. The red, white, and blue is a lot different than his later suits in the movies, especially like Civil War, Endgame, stuff like that. So I think I prefer the aesthetic on those suits. They look more like military. This one is more like a classic comic book look. So, but it's cool to have a stark variation of a suit because the other ones are kind of similar. So it's cool to get this original one with the red, white, and blue, bright like this, with the clean shield and the original helmet with the painted wings on the side. Then here's Cap with the Chris Evans head sculpt and the scepter case. Kind of call back to the scene when he tells the Shield / Hydra agents in the elevator, Hail Hydra, so he can get the scepter and kind of get out of there. So that was a cool callback to Winter Soldier and also to the comics when Captain America becomes a part of Hydra for one of the more recent story arcs. And here's Cap with Loki's scepter, which is a really cool accessory to have for like the original Avengers figures, since it was one of the main plot points of the movie. A lot of detail on it, very metallic looking and stuff. Plus, this is kind of when he was fighting his younger self, and all the back and forth lines about I can do this all day, and he's like, yeah, I know, and then spinning the line about Bucky. But also, you know, one of the funnier parts of the movie when he looks at himself down on the ground and says,
"That is America's ass."
Then for comparison, I put this Cap next to the Winter Soldier Stealth Strike suit, the Endgame figure, and my Civil War figure. Like I mentioned, you could definitely see how dark those other suits are compared to this suit. Here's Civil War Cap in the back, Winter Soldier, and Endgame. So you can definitely see the color difference from the first movie to the last movie and how the aesthetic changed throughout. And then just because I have the original Mark 7 plastic Iron Man figure from Avengers, and I always wanted the Cap from Avengers, decided to put them together in this shot. I'll probably pose them together like this in my case on a shelf, probably on a top shelf, and then the Endgame Cap and Iron Man together below that. I'll probably post that on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. So final thoughts on this figure. I'm glad to finally have this one in my collection. I've wanted this and actually the Hulk figure from the first Avengers movies for a long time, so it's nice to finally get to cross at least one of them off my list. The costume is very bright and quite a bit different of a look than the other Cap figures that have come out since it. The two head sculpts are great, and the case and scepter are really nice accessories. Overall, I think it's a great figure and worth getting if you're an Avengers or Captain America fan like me. It's not my favorite Cap figure. That would probably be the Civil War or Endgame figure. This one is up there, though. I still need to pick up the Infinity War bearded Captain America figure, and maybe his original suit from First Avenger, or I think they re-released it during Winter Soldier. Those ones are so old, though, you can definitely tell the quality is a lot less, and I think the size is kind of off on them too, if I remember correctly from watching some old review videos. But yeah, I do have 3 or 4 new figures that I've gotten in recently that I'll be working on videos for. I'm going to try to put out one a week over the next month or two. I have the Spider-Gwen from Into the Spider-Verse figure, the new Marty McFly with Einstein, Deadpool from Deadpool 2, and Doctor Strange from Infinity War. So stay tuned for those. So that will do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for checking it out. I really appreciate all the likes and subscribes and comments lately. It's cool to see my channel grow and get to talk with fellow fans and collectors like you. So if you haven't, please hit the subscribe button to get notified when my next video gets uploaded. Thanks again for watching, and happy holidays, everyone.